What's the secret double meaning behind the SS lightning bolts? Which Nazi emblem was inspired by a medieval wolf hunting tool? Why were the Nazis so obsessed with runes? And what innocent hand gesture hides a sinister message? On today's episode of the Infographic Show, we're uncovering the disturbing truth behind every Nazi symbol. Number 39. The swastika, also known as the Hakenkreuz or hooked cross, is the symbol most heavily associated with Nazis, both classic and modern flavors. The swastika has been used by many religions around the world, usually with flat lines on the top and bottom, but the Nazi version was tilted about 30 degrees, giving it sharp points instead. Stick it onto a white circle in the middle of a red flag, and you have the quintessential symbol of Nazism. Interestingly, the swastika was already being taken as a symbol of German nationalism even before the Nazis appropriated it into their branding. You can blame the Nazi precursor movement, the Völkische movement, for that one. Number 38. German for imperial eagle. The Reichsadler often features a swastika, a classic symbol of Germany given a new Nazi twist. It originated in the Holy Roman Empire, but the Nazis modernized it into a more minimalistic and militaristic design. The result was an imposing eagle perched atop a wreath enclosing a swastika. In its modern neo-Nazi reimaging, the swastika is often replaced with a Celtic cross or a doppelte Sig rune. Speaking of which, number 37. Something you will notice in this video is the long-running Nazi obsession with Old Norse mythology and German mysticism. They believe the runes connect them to a past of power and victory as racially pure Aryans. And the most recognizable of them, the doppelte Sig runes, are no exception. Shaped like twin lightning bolts, they represent both the letters SS, short for Schutzstaffel, and the phrase Victory, Victory, the meaning of a single Sig rune doubled. Number 36. If the swastika itself and the doppelte Sig rune are the most well-known symbols of the Nazi Party, then the SS Totenkopf is hot on their heels. This "Are we the baddies?" inspiring skull and crossbones actually has a long history before the Nazis got a hold of it. Literally translating to Death's Head, it's graced everything from Pirate Jolly Rogers to insignia of US Marine raiders in the modern day. According to Himmler, who will continue to haunt this video, the skull is the reminder that you shall always be willing to put yourself at stake for the life of the whole community. As such, it found itself on the front of SS hats, and it remains an enduring neo-Nazi symbol today. Number 35. It's important to note that the Iron Cross, a medal of achievement in the German army, actually existed before the Nazi Party took over. Its usage actually dated all the way back to the Kingdom of Prussia, which reigned between 1701 to 1918. However, the 1939 variant featured a swastika in the center and has become another enduring symbol beloved among neo-Nazi groups in the modern day. Number 34. Though less recognizable to the public today, the Black Sun was one of the Nazis' key symbols, favored by the SS and its leader Heinrich Himmler. Its most infamous appearance is a mosaic embedded in the floor of Himmler's private castle, Wewelsburg, which became the de facto headquarters of the SS and a place where he could indulge in his occult obsessions. It looks kinda like a wagon wheel, with the spokes arcing slightly just before connecting with the outer wheel. It represents the pagan sun god of the Germanic religions. Lately, the Black Sun has seen a resurgence among both German and American neo-Nazi groups, so keep an eye out for this one. Likewise for its sister symbol. Number 33. The Broken Sun Cross is another example of how Nazi ideology crossed over with occultism and mysticism. It looks a little like a circular crosshair, with breaks in the outer wheel just before each spoke. It was in heavy use by the German faith movement, a Nazi movement that wanted to move the nation away from Christianity and back to its Germanic pagan roots. It also found use in the 5th SS Panzer Division and the Thule Society, a group of German occultists heavily into both mysticism and eugenics. Number 32. Another very popular Nazi symbol is the Wolfsangel, an old Germanic heraldic charge. It looks like a sideways Z with a line through the middle. It's based on a medieval wolf hunting device known as a wolf's hook. For the German people, it has a deep association with liberty and independence because it was used in 15th century German peasant uprisings. It's actually still in use, without its Nazi associations, in a number of German villages and townships today. Number 31. We're including the Opfer rune and the Eif rune as one entry because they're basically the same symbol horizontally flipped. A horizontal line with a tick facing inwards on opposite sides on either end. The Opfer rune means sacrifice and was associated with Nazi veteran groups, as well as a memorial symbol for the people who died during Hitler's failed beer hall putsch. The Eiferune means zeal or enthusiasm, and it was a popular symbol among Hitler's highest-ranking generals like Rudolf Hess. Number 30. The crossed grenades shield goes back to one of the darkest parts of the Nazi atrocities in the Second World War, which is really saying something. The symbol is a blank shield with a pair of crossed stick grenades on the front. This was the emblem of the Derlewanger Brigade, led by criminal Oskar Derlewanger, and filled with some of the most brutal criminals dragged out of Nazi jails. Number 29. The Gärrune is one of the less popular Nazi symbols, especially with neo-Nazi groups today. It looks like a backwards capital N, and it represents the Nazis' ideal of communal spirit, as long as everyone in that commune is white and German, of course. The 11th SS Volunteer Panzergrenadier Division Nordland adopted a stylized variant of the symbol for use in its divisional insignia. Number 28. The Liebenrune and the Totenrune are grouped together because they are the same symbol with a different meaning depending on which way it's vertically flipped. The basic symbol is a vertical line with 3 shorter lines branching from one end, like a trident or a pitchfork. When those branches face upward, it's called the Liebenrune, meaning life. It became the emblem of the insanely creepy Lebensborn Eugenics program, where the Nazi used SS officers as breeding stock for pure Aryan children, and even kidnapped fair-haired children from occupied countries to reprogram them as Germans. When the 3 smaller lines face down, it's the Totenrune, meaning death. It was used for a similar manner on official documents as the cross symbol, denoting when a soldier or other member of the personnel had died. Though it wasn't the only rune that was used in this manner. The other popular one for members of the SS would be number 27. The Tier rune is an extremely basic symbol, just an arrow with a long tail pointing up. This rune meant leadership in battle, and would often find itself on both the upper arms of the SS uniforms and the graves of dead SS members. It was commonly used as a replacement for the standard Christian cross, because those Nazis, they just had to be special, didn't they? Number 26. The Sturmabteilung symbol is a rare symbol that both predates and outlived the SS as a part of Hitler's regime. Before the SS was even formed, the Sturmabteilung were Hitler's chief paramilitary brute squad. You might know them as the Brown Shirts, who carried out acts of political violence and intimidation on Hitler's behalf. Their symbol is a black circle with a white outer ring, inside of which is a twisted arrow. The symbol fell out of use in the official Nazi regime after Hitler purged the upper ranks of the Sturmabteilung and handed their duties to the SS. It's been revived by modern neo-Nazi groups. A whole lot more on them later. Number 25. The Odal rune looks like a diamond with 2 little legs and feet. It represented a collection of concepts that the Nazis placed in high regard: kinship, family, and blood unity, especially that last one, unsurprisingly. It found use in several orders of the SS, but perhaps the most interestingly in the SS Race and Settlement Main Office. This was an oversight committee that made sure that the SS was staying racially pure, which we imagine was a pretty easy job. Number 24. The Haga rune, 3 intersecting lines forming a star-like shape, came from a new set of runes created in 1902 by Austrian mystic and general oddball Guido von List. To Himmler, it represented what he called unshakable faith in the Nazi regime, faith that Himmler himself ultimately did not share. In March 1945, he panicked and tried to secretly broker peace with the Allies behind Hitler's back, a move that cost him his rank and led to his arrest order. Number 23. Meaning the whole symbol, the Heilszeichen is a complicated combination of runes thought to mean prosperity, good fortune, and success, because the Nazis were an incredibly superstitious bunch. It's why the Allies once conducted a psyop where they dropped horoscopes beyond Nazi lines, predicting that they would lose the war to hurt morale. Number 22. While not technically a symbol, the phrase Blut und Boden, or blood and soil in English, often appeared throughout Nazi propaganda. It refers to the connection between racial purity and the land of Germany, or in the case of US neo-Nazi groups that like to use it as a rallying cry, it'll be written on banners or patches or chanted during rallies and marches. Number 21. If you see the red hammer and sword, you're probably looking at a symbol of Strasserism, a radical offshoot of Nazism founded by the brothers Gregor and Otto Strasser. Strasserism isn't nearly as popular as mainstream Nazism, but you might still see it get embraced by certain ethno-nationalist hipsters. Number 20. The Celtic cross is another symbol that is surprisingly common and not inherently a white nationalist dog whistle. The traditional Celtic cross, a symbol that's been used for thousands of years, looks like a Christian cross with a circle around its center, but the neo-Nazi version drops the long lower stem, making it resemble a set of crosshairs, or even the logo of the infamous Zodiac killer. This symbol is popular with everyone from Norwegian neo-Nazi groups to the American Ku Klux Klan. Speaking of the Ku Klux Klan, number 19. Also known as the mystic insignia of the Klansmen, because the KKK is just basically D&D for violent racists, the blood drop cross remains one of the most enduring symbols of a gang often described as America's first terrorist organization. The symbol features a white cross inside of a red circle. At the center of the cross is a white diamond, and inside of that a single red drop of blood. Despite its appearance, the design was actually inspired by the yin-yang symbol of Asian mysticism. While it originated in the KKK, you are likely to see this popping up around all kinds of modern American neo-Nazi groups. Number 18. The Atomwaffen shield is related to the newest and also most actively dangerous neo-Nazi group on this list, the Atomwaffen Division, now going by the name the National Socialist Resistance Front. The symbol shows a black shield with a white radiation warning sign in the center, and if you ever spot it, you should run fast. The Center for Terrorism, Extremism, and Counterterrorism has called its followers one of the most violent neo-Nazi movements of the 21st century. Number 17. Most of the time, the OK hand sign is completely harmless, but in some circles it's been twisted into a hate symbol. When the thumb and index finger form an O and the other three fingers point up, they create the letters W and P, shorthand for white power. This can be in real life or as an emoji. The most infamous example of this was when it was used by the perpetrator of the 2019 mosque mass shooting in New Zealand on his live stream before the attack. Number 16. The triskele is another case of Nazis doing what they do best, taking an ancient symbol with thousands of years of ingrained cultural meaning and turning it into something hateful. The version shaped like a triangle made of 3 sevens is especially popular among neo-Nazis today, often placed at the center of red flags in place of a swastika. It was first employed by a South African white supremacist group, before then taking off all over the worldwide neo-Nazi community. Number 15. While the kids these days are all shouting 6-7, you should be a little bit concerned if they start yelling 8-8. And that's because this is another secret neo-Nazi dog whistle, with H being the 8th letter in the alphabet and 8-8 meaning HH, which is short for Heil Hitler. But it's not the only number that you should feel concerned about if you see someone wearing or holding it. Number 14. Entry 14 is number 14, a shortening of the 14 words. A slogan developed by white supremacist groups during the 1990s. The full slogan is, "We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children." Oftentimes you'll see 14 and 88 used together on neo-Nazi regalia. Number 13. The fasces originated in fascist Italy under Benito Mussolini during World War II and is the symbol from which the ideology of fascism takes its name. The fasces is a bundle of sticks tied together with an axe head sticking out of the side. In ancient Rome, the fasces symbolized strength through unity. A single stick could be easily snapped, but a bundle bound together was nearly unbreakable, representing the power of the people united under one leader. It's still popular among European fascist movements to this day. Number 12. The Hands of the Rune Signers is another one that proves people with Nazi beliefs are morbidly obsessed with runes. This sign is 2 hands clasped together with their wrists pointing outward on the horizontal plane. This symbol in the white circle against a red Nazi flag was the logo of the National Union Council, an umbrella group that united all the largest neo-Nazi groups in Finland. And while we're on unique national neo-Nazi symbol variants, number 11. The Greek meander is another ancient symbol co-opted by a modern neo-Nazi group. The meander is a staple of ancient Greek architecture. You probably have seen this continuous pattern of lines in the borders of buildings in any movie or TV show set there. A section of the ancient Greek meander, or meandros, colored black on a red flag, is the symbol most associated with Golden Dawn, an ultra-nationalist neo-Nazi political and criminal group based in Greece. It's been designed in a way to intentionally call back to swastika imagery, much like the triskele and the Hands of the Rune Signer. Number 10. To show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes on this, Fraktur is a typeface commonly associated with modern neo-Nazi groups. The real irony is that Fraktur was banned by the original Nazis after they had first used it, most famously on the cover of Mein Kampf. It didn't become legal again until 1945. These days, the font is associated with Germany aesthetically, which explains why it might be so beloved among neo-Nazis. Number 9. While it may look like something you'd see on a Golden Age superhero's chest, anyone wearing the flash and circle is no hero. A white outer ring, a blue circle at the center, and a white lightning bolt slashing through, all set against a red background. This neo-Nazi emblem was first used by the British Union of Fascists in the 1930s and still pops up around neo-Nazi rallies to this day. Number 8. Originally an innocent character from Matt Fury's 2005 comic Boys Club, Pepe the Frog became a wildly popular meme before being hijacked by extremists in the late 2010s. While Pepe is thankfully returning to his harmless roots these days. However, one version known as the Groipter, a fatter, unclothed Pepe, is still in use by a hardline alt-right group to this day. Number 7. The Kekistan flag began as a 4chan meme, parodying the battle flag of Nazi Germany. In the original design, the swastika and the Iron Cross appear on a red background, symbols the meme twisted into internet joke versions. The Kekistan flag instead has a green background with the Iron Cross replaced by 4chan's four-leafed clover logo and substitutes the swastika with a geometric pattern built from the letter K. It appeared prominently at the January 6th Capitol attack in 2021. Number 6. If you are at a punk gig and you happen to run into someone with a shaved head and suspenders, take a moment to discreetly look down at their feet. If they are wearing Doc Marten leather boots and have red or white shoelaces, you might just be dealing with a neo-Nazi. In some cases, neo-Nazi skinheads wearing these laces may have earned them by committing acts of violence against people they see as racial enemies. They also typically thread them in the ladder lace style, so the laces never cross. Number 5. Crossed hammers on a gear is a strange case of life-imitating art. The logo was first created by the band Pink Floyd to represent a fictional neo-Nazi group in their album film The Wall. Afterward, it was adopted by a real neo-Nazi group called the Hammerskins. While they're now considered a defunct organization, many of their members are still around and still rep their old logo. Number 4. A common misconception about the Confederate battle flag is that it was the official national flag of the Confederacy during the Civil War. It wasn't. 3 other national flags served that role. Still, imagery from those designs and from the battle flag itself has been adopted by various white supremacist and neo-Nazi groups. This echoes the pro-slavery white supremacist ideology of the Confederate South during the Civil War. Number 3. The Valknut is 3 triangles intersecting, and it finds its roots in ancient Germanic paganism. In the modern day, it's popular in the heathenry movement, an attempt to revive and reclaim the old pagan ways as a rebellion against the ideas of modern society. However, it's also popular among neo-Nazi groups of the pagan mysticism variety. Number 2. Founded in the 1980s and still active today, the American Front is one of the oldest neo-Nazi white nationalist organizations in the United States. Its logo distorts the earlier Southern Cross design by adding a bent line that forms the letter A inside of the circle. Picture an evil version of the Avengers logo, and you're most of the way there. And of course, no journey into the shadowy world of Nazi semiotics would be complete without Number 1. The Aryan fist turned upwards is one of the most well-known symbols of resistance and rebellion against the powers that be. The most iconic version is the dark-skinned Black Power fist employed by groups like the Black Panther Party at the height of the American Civil Rights Movement. White nationalists have their own version, which is essentially exactly the same, except it's a white fist rather than a black one, keeping the long tradition of Nazi groups stealing other people's symbols alive and well. You've seen what the Nazi symbols really mean, but the stories behind them are even more disturbing. Watch 50 insane facts about the Nazis to uncover the shocking truths history tried to forget, or click on this video instead.